Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. So, today what we really have on the docket is we'll be doing some more plating on this. So, there, while it looks mostly done for what we want, there's still like little nitpicky areas like along here, filling in this corner and some of this area, getting this covered in here and a plate back there, stuff like that, and finishing up the corners and the bottom there, kind of stuff like that. And then really we'll be able to get started on the beam structure. So a lot of everything here you'll find out is not actually attached because, well, we needed it to look a certain way before we put on the beams. So now what we're going to get to is putting in the beams that will hold them on. So yeah, we probably so one thing I've been working with Dan putting all of this together. He's worried about the bolt limit. I'm not sure if we're going to reach it or not, so we'll have to watch out for that, especially when we're doing all these plates. Make sure that we're not putting on more bolts than we need, but also having it be structurally sound. And then beyond that, yeah, that's pretty good. So the attachment plates, I don't think we'll reach that, but we will be adding in a bunch of beams today. So yeah, all right. And I am waiting on Dan, so I'll get to it though. All right. So when we left off, when Dan and I were building, I was just putting on the finishing touches down here because this is horrific. Hey, Captain Adam, how's it going? Um, but yeah, we were putting on just the rounded corners down here just because this little bit down here, a shallow like corner is nice. Oh yeah, more fun plating. We're getting close to the end of it though. Hopefully today we'll start on the fun beams part of it. Hey Max, how's it going? So we're getting close. We're almost there. The end is within sight. Let's see, what angle is this at? Oh dear God. Bolting at this. Oh, I just went off. But bolting is going to be horrendous. Just, oof. Oh, so bad. So I do have a design question for you guys, though. That I don't even know what I'm gonna do with that. So, yoink. Oh, there's a reason I didn't do all of the rotation on camera because putting these plates in, all of these plates I had to do by hand and rotate, and I had to take numerous breaks just to not like have a mental breakdown just putting these on because there's it makes me shudder. Um, yeah, and I hate windows too. Luckily, these kind of went all right, but as you can see, we don't have the right sizes, so they stick up a ridiculous amount. But it is what it is. Um, but I do have a question for you guys, a design question. So we have the front part of the ship here. Um, okay, I shall cease. But so we have this interior area here. So it follows the curve of the interior along there. But so if we are able to actually like, there we go. So we have the edge here and it's at like a different rotation. So since it's, you know, it's less, how do I put this? It's got less of an angle. It's basically what I'm asking. Should I have these things like so they curve in pretty drastically like that? Should I keep them like that? Or should I have them follow more of the curve of the front area like that? and I'm kind of divided. But yeah, Ventus, you say ooh curves now, but just just wait until we get down and dirty with them. Um, oh. But so yeah, what do you guys think about that? Because I'm not quite sure what I should do. I kind of want to, yeah, like I was thinking we can leave it like this and then put some just like greebled effects on it. But hey, everything else is looking pretty solid. Hey man, how's it going? I don't know how to pronounce your name, so I've learned to just try and not, and because I will butcher it 100%. So yeah, what about all the gaps? So all like gaps here and there. So what I'm going to be doing is I am going to be, of course, off camera. I wouldn't subject you guys to this, but we will be taking plates, the 12 by like a 12 by 96, and like sticking it in here to make sure that it kind of looks all right when you're up close. But also, so this is all the decorative plating. That's what I like to call it. This is kind of what gives the ship its shape. We are going to be having a second layer of plating on the inside that will actually be more structural. So, yeah. Oh yeah, that's a good point, Max. I almost called you GLaDOS, but yeah. So, yeah, this is you don't understand. Making this was horrible. Even even Dan refused to do anything with curved plates, which is why I was working down there. But I do think this area up here turned out all right. I kind of like how this works with the curved area. I think of all the things, that's kind of all right. But so Dan and I, in discovering things about our 30-degree, so don't get me wrong, 30-degree beams are wonderful, but we discovered something that we really strongly dislike. So you see this, and you see this edge. This edge up here is way shorter than this edge. And we only found that out too late once the ship has basically entirely been beamed. So just everywhere there are little tiny minute differences. And it makes me regret everything. Because you put everything in and you find there's like a tiny little difference. And ugh, ugh. Yeah, so that's not a fun time. And yeah, so ugh. The symmetry on this thing is terrifying because just oh, so many reasons. I'm not gonna use that. I'm actually just gonna. But so, in case you're wondering, this is basically how I did the entire front portion of the ship. You line it up, and then you turn it a little bit, and then yes, please. What I wouldn't give for a mirror tool. But so yeah, for all of these plates, I rotated them one by one, like these ones down here, and went from there. So I've seen a couple ships recently, and they have like non-rounded stuff, and they look beautiful. And so I think my next ship might be using zero rounded parts because I think the rounds are gonna kill me. Oh yeah, all this stuff is just gonna be blown up completely, but yeah, so the back section, so if this gets severed, all the ship can do is spin. Which yeah, it's a calculated kind of just risk, but we can take this part out, like this whole thing, and put thrusters in there, but it would be wacky to turn them on and off specifically and reattach them to the MFC like mid-flight. Yes, it can be done, but we'd also have to have propellant up here, which would be another thing. But also, look at this cost, guys. It's not even 10 million yet. That just, something feels wrong there. I don't know why, but. And then so, ghetto mirroring, just bop. I have not added guns, but I know what guns are going on and I know what's going where. And yeah, it can be done, but that turns into if it should be done. Like, we have the technology, but should we? So here, let me give you guys an overview of the guns though. So, um, there are we'll just start with the mounted. Yeah, there's so much cursed building. So we're gonna have two mounted railguns in here that'll be controlled by the pilot, and so these will just be forward facing, just in case another ship flies in front of us. Then, so on either side, we will have two guns. So one will be like around in here, and then the other one will be here. And so all of the guns on this, so there will be a railgun turret and everything else, one or two railguns. I haven't decided on how many, but then there will be all the other turrets will be plasma or laser. And there's going to be a turret here potentially. I'm not sure if I'm going to put a turret there. Haven't decided on it. There's going to be a turret here, and then of course, so the turret here and here is going to be mirrored on the other side. Then there will be a turret here on bottom, top, and the sides on the center here, and then three there, and then one on either this curved side or rotated side. And yes, Crusader, don't worry, there will be guns by the end of the week because we have to use this to fight in 4 days. So, you know, Adam, that hurts just a little bit. Like, it's okay, but. So, I can see your concern for the thick mounts, but with the thick mounts, they're just not necessary. Like, the thickness is just. It's not required. Like, we're better off going with these as well, like up here, because they can just fit in a smaller area, less, like, plating to work around, and beams. Yeah, I've seen people saying this ship is big, and then going around and being like, there's tons of people who have tried to make big ships, and then seeing that when they've made them, they're going over the part limits and the voxel limits and all that, and, they're super sad about that. And I just don't understand how a brick ship has more voxel issues than this thing. It just doesn't make sense to me. I did not realize that, but wireless cables with trans, it could be. We're gonna have to figure that out once we get transmitters. That would be really cool. And Adam, I guess so. I never really considered myself to be the master of big ships because I've seen like a lot of other big ships that are beautiful, but granted, I am the only person that really streams it, I guess. I haven't seen TGS's streams though. Alright, so yeah, that's a good point. I don't know their voxel limit calculation stuff. Yeah, that's true. I don't know, like, if the voxel calculation is literally just based off of, oh, this part has this many voxels in it and I'm adding it to the limit, or if it's like, hey, this area of the ship fits in, like, if it does it by, like, large boxes. The sim modem. Oh gosh. That would be terrifying. It just makes, like, really bad noises. So I think what I'll do here though is, okay, so this is another thing that we're gonna have to fix. You see these corners right here? These are no longer legal. Um, so yeah, that's a good point. This is, I mean, wasn't the Lictor built on or designed around the Nebulon-B as well? I think just as a, so, but sadly, so these beams here, these will have to go somehow. Hmm, what I can do, let's try this. Let's take a 192 and see how it shakes out. Okay, yeah, I don't really know the design influences behind a lot of the ships, so let's see. All right, there we go there. And then I think a 36 beam would do as well. One thing I found that I don't really like about having very long ships though is that um, you get to the point where you want to put something, like you want to rotate something, it can get really wacky at the front and the back. Just, I don't know why, but it does. All right. Oh, the Lictor was Republic ship. Ah. I remember when we like uncovered that. That was a good time that there was actually the Republic. So what I'm gonna do here is we'll delete these because they are basically saying no, no, no. And then we'll use this beam right here and we'll base everything off that. So we'll do like the attachment plates. We want the straight 24s. Alrighty. Yeah, yeah, combustible. No, I was there. I remember that time. They were like, oh yeah, there was a third faction, but does it count? Okay, it does. Cool. That makes me a little bit happier. Then we'll just see if this one lighting everything up like a Christmas tree. For tomorrow, let's see. So I know a couple people want me to play Farming Simulator, so I might do that. But it's between that and Hard Space right now. I haven't quite decided. I'm still in the process, so. But this Wednesday, I think I'll be having an extra STARBASE stream, depending on how finished we are with the ship. I won't put the weapons on, not on stream, so if Dan and I do get to that point, we will be waiting. Oh. Sorry, gotta Alt-tab all over the place. Uh-oh. Alt-tabbing really hits hard. But honestly, I kind of have a love-hate relationship with the hard space ships. So I haven't seen a lot of the high-level ones, but the low-level ones, they're kind of just generic. I want to make something that in here that's intimidating, I guess to say. Like, it'll take a while to build, and it should have like really cool features. Alright, so why did I close that off? Alright, so that's working now. Yeah, these things. I don't even, can you design your own ships in for hard space? I didn't realize that was a thing. So this is being wonky here. Let's try this. I don't know if this is gonna work. I hope it does. Okay, well then I might. That may actually be pretty cool. Let's see.
Hello.
Hey Dan, how's it going?
Good. Sorry, I was doing other stuff.
No worries. So basically, unless you are at the point where, actually I'm gonna put that beam back, but unless you're at the point, like, have you finished the plating the back part to your satisfaction?
Mostly, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, guys, Dan has been working on the back portion for the um, for a recent plating session, and that's almost
Oh, I
done.
need to finish the bottom.
Yeah, that's it. Everything
Yeah.
else looks pretty good. And so there are gaps, but that's because cursed plating, and blame it on the 30 degrees because it puts the ship off ever so slightly.
It's honestly the worst.
Yeah. But then, so what we'll do is we will save the ship once we finish that and put in a couple of the other plating bits. Oh, we want to get the interior plating done as well. But once we get that done, we'll save the ship. And then since we don't actually need the hangar bay for the combat, what we're going to do is we're just going to take out the hangar bay and we'll save this as a separate version of the Nebulon-B. And it'll be like the gunship version. And it won't actually have a hangar bay because the hangar bay, we can't use it. So there's no reason to have it. And we'll just cover this area up, especially since, you know, having this area open is a big weak point.
Did you see the ship in the ship hangars?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Do we want to show people that real quick?
It is pretty impressive.
I was looking at that earlier. So instead of the hangar, I'm not sure. We may just have extra spots. So the ship that we're gonna go see is like mind-numbingly beautiful. Is it outside? I think it should be over here. Yeah, it's right here. So this is a beautiful ship. Like this blew my mind to space and back because the amount of work that went into this is incredible.
Yeah, this is by far and away the most impressive ship I've seen.
So we'll just give the outside tour. So this is kind of what it looks like. So just for reference, this seat right here, it actually pops out and down if you want to do mining right there. So that is really epic. Yeah, Duratech is showing off. But so it's got like awesome insignias all over it. It has these like corner pieces spiked out. It's got really wacky engine plating that I really like the engine plating and these side areas.
Yeah.
Now, I wish they had left the doors open. But
honestly,
I
thought I could finagle my way in here.
Yeah, you can kind of see back there. So they have their reactor room in red. They have a vent over the red light, so it's like you can kind of see it from here. I don't know how it's working with stream compression, but you can see lines of red light. And then so these doors, well, a ramp extends out right here, and then these doors are on sliders and they slide away. From the inside, it looks like it's just a wall. You don't even know that a door is there if you're not paying attention.
Oh, this is the new ISAN system.
Which version? Oh, and
the one with the targeting system.
Oh, I cannot use the integrity tool, sadly. Combustible, do you know how much the ship is going for? But so also they have this little glass thing up here so you can look in. Oh, there you go. There's some of the red lines back there. Oh, now it goes. 1.21 warp class. Not bad.
Pathetic.
Oh, their beams are pretty nice on this. Like, there's just a general stress over them, which is to be expected.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that is tanking my frames. But yeah, that looks pretty good.
Wait, so the pilot seat? Oh, it's on
Yeah,
rails. Okay.
it's on rails, and so it pops down. He said it was like a ghetto laser, or sorry, mining laser. Yeah.
That's funny.
So I haven't checked out the new I. Oh, sorry. Yeah, now I know what you're talking about. I was like, oh, I thought it was not a module. But yeah, so they also
Oh,
have targeting there.
he's also got a an empty utility turret slot up here,
Yeah, there
like just above the cockpit.
there's a lot of cool stuff on this ship, and honestly, for our next ship, we might want to focus on stuff like that. You know, making it look not necessarily making you know, a ship based on something from sci-fi, but kind of just going and making a ship like this, like where it has very just minute attention to detail. Like, you know, there's the corner bits around here. It's got the little just extra plates everywhere that give it the texture.
Yeah.
Oh man, I wish we could just open stuff in the safe zone, but these doors are beautiful. It splits right down the middle, and yes, pretty much.
How do they get doors this precise?
I don't know, but literally on the inside, it doesn't even look like there's a edge there.
All the doors I've made have gaps.
Yeah, like there's a gap on the outside you can see in, but from the inside you can't see out. Yeah, combustible. Can we even trade ships yet? I know we can trade money and items, but I'm not sure
Yeah.
about ships.
You just have to trade the ownership of the physical ship.
Now so that's something that can happen. But
Yeah,
yeah,
so the shipwright buys the ship, and then you
so
trade.
this is a beautiful ship.
How many hours do you think this took?
He said it took like multiple weeks of long days.
I
So
believe it.
yeah. Yeah, it does have the autopilot. If you look, so over there, it's got the autopilot. You can, I wish we could zoom in. I don't know if you guys can read that, but it says choose your target, powered by ISAN. He's got the basic ISAN stuff over there, and I'm assuming there's a keypad or preset target somewhere around here. That's the generator stuff. And I assume this is just lowering your field of view. Okay, yeah. So choose your target. That didn't really zoom in much because I play with a low field of view, but yeah, I can't really read all that. But they have a lot of they do have the ISAN collision avoidance system there. I think I had it set to 85 before. Yeah. But so yeah, this ship is eye candy.
Absolutely.
I got to walk around in it earlier, but sadly I was not recording. And I like their use of the different, like, odd structures, like kind of just as like a midway point from flat to flat.
How much was this ship going for?
I don't know. They don't have price listed.
Combustible doesn't know. Oh, it's not listed. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, those things are terrifying.
I want it. Combustible, if you know the guys who own this ship,
they're called Duratech. I think one of their members is on. Oh, nope, they went offline. But yeah, Duratech owns the ship.
Tell them whatever it costs. I'll pay it.
Oh, Dan was just asking if you knew the price, but then he was like, yeah. I don't know what the stream delay is like today, so. But yeah. And the glass work, I really like it because he kind of did the double pane thing where he would cover it up.
What did he do?
So if you look, like, he has an interior wall, and then he covered both sides with a little bit of plating so that you can't really see the edge of the glass without purposely looking for it. It's kind of
Oh,
like
okay.
it's kind of like sandwiched.
Yeah.
Like on the front it's not, but on the side area it is. And it looks
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, that is. I want to go inside it.
Oh yeah, it is beautiful inside. It has specific walkways, you can kind of see that. There's so do you see the kind of like blue light? So there's these vents there on the inside. That's actually
Mhm.
a cargo lock frame, and
Oh,
it's like kind of right below this. It's got yeah, you can kind of see it, and it's built into the ship, and it is really pretty.
that is awesome. I
You
bet they
can
use that for like tools and.
Yeah, you can kind of see it through the skylight if you look to the forward of the ship.
Yeah.
It's like you can see the edges of the
Yeah.
frame. Yeah. All right. Well, do you want to head back to the horror?
Oh my God! What is this? What is this abomination?
Oh, out front. Yeah. So this is another ship that has been out here. No clue who's made it, but the first thing I noticed was the amount of bolts right here, and this made me a little scared, to be honest. But it's got around
Oh my
200
God!
crates. Rex from Dynastar and I counted, or well, he counted. And then it's got a snub fighter bolted to it. But yeah,
Yeah, I've seen this one floating around.
yeah. Personally, I don't like it too much because of the green lighting and
Yeah, the green lighting is atrocious.
the bolt on the front. But everything else, like I do kind of like the double wing design.
You think these cargo beams are meant for the snub fighter?
No, because the snub fighter's bolted on right now. I think they might be to hold just like something else. Or is it bolted on? It looks like it is. Because it's basically clipping through. Actually, wait, I know of a way to tell.
Look at all
Oh,
the
it's
reactors
not
on this
bolted
thing.
on. Yeah.
It has 8 reactors.
Jeez.
Oh, it's got no, those are.
Yeah, these are all spares.
Oh, it's got 16 reactors.
Yikes.
That is bananas.
Oh, they're on the sides here. Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think a ship like this needs that much power, but
I'm sure it does not. But
now, one critique I also have is having an open cockpit like this without any glass on the sides, because
yeah.
that just makes me nervous.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of see both sides of the
Yeah, like I don't know. I have mixed views on that. But they do at least have ISAN quad. Yeah, they do have a lot of chip racks in there. 2 memories. These are probably thank you for the follow. They probably have all of the ISAN modules. Let's actually check. Yeah, they have orientation, waypoints, position.
This is one overbuilt ship.
Yeah, I agree. Like, there are some things that it could do without.
Also, the attachment plates are incredibly sketchy. I don't actually know how this thing is possibly bolted together.
Yeah, and so I know how they're using the 30-degree angles, but it feels odd.
Yeah.
Like when you are kind of far away and not looking at these front bits, it kind of makes sense. Like you can kind of see it, and it looks pretty nice. But once you get into the like seeing how the 30 degrees meet with the 0 degree areas, it's now
Yeah.
granted that's like for any ship, but it
I
still
did
hurts.
figure out a pretty nice way to do 30-degree bolting like this.
Hmm.
I mean, it's not special. It's just using the.
We'll take all the stuff learned from like other ships and the Nebulon-B and build a new ship that's that is better.
Yeah.
So
The
yeah,
front section, the front bits are interesting.
yeah.
Uh,
Oh, there's Mr. Chip. Let's see what he's got.
what fresh hell is this?
This is definitely a scooter bike.
Free? Oh god.
Oh no.
I flung out myself out into space.
I do kind of like this.
Yeah, it is pretty neat.
Yeah.
I like the little winglets. Oh, bye.
There he goes.
Alright.
But yeah,
200 cargo crates.
yeah, somewhere around that.
Mine has more.
Flexing.
But I have 20 more cargo crates.
Seeing all these like massive cargo crate ships makes me want to make the Bastet heavy already.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's another community ship. I like it. Like when it's bad, you need to just call them dirty degrees.
That's funny.
But oh, like this feels, just looking at this, I feel like I'm looking at a porcupine.
Yeah. Some Mad Max shit.
That's what I was thinking too. And it almost looks like the plates are textured in a different way. I think they're decorative plates because they're thin.
Yeah. They're floor plates.
Ah, okay. That would make sense. Ah, yeah. Dirty degrees, TM. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend ramming this thing, using it to ram, even though it looks like it is, because they have their large propellant tanks up there, right next to their, for their like maneuvering thrusters. So,
Yeah, just
that reminds me, we need to put in the maneuvering thrusters on the Nebulon.
mhm.
So that over there has about 200 crates. That one, I forget how many they said that
Oh
had.
boy.
But
This
yeah, so
ship is
that has
retarded.
about 200. This has probably around half that, I think. But yeah,
This
so
is a neat little
I
bike.
like that scooter bike. I
It
can
doesn't even have a reactor.
Yeah, no. Can we recharge batteries now in
Nope.
storage? Ah, that's a shame. Nah, Rivian. So we were just gonna do the Nebulon-B today, but we got distracted by ships.
Class.
Yeah, Ventus. I would totally do that. Yeah, if you guys want me to look at ships, then yeah, I can definitely take a look. And that would make sense, Dragon Eye. Like having a pocket generator would be. Man, now you guys are making me start up. So this is how it begins. I guess I'll have to start up the ship review series. I should make a list of all the ships that people want me to take a look at, and then I can. We could do a ship review team
Hmm.
and discuss. Now, the upgraded Big Boss, that sounds mighty fine. Yeah, and I can't wait to see like all the people who have been waiting to get in once you're in here. All the ideas are just going to be overflowing. Oh, it'll fix up a oh, okay, so docking it with rails gets batteries, but I think that once they get fuel in, what they'll do is they'll kind of convert it to sorry, they'll have the like refueling system, kind of like Kerbal Space Program. If any of you guys know how that works, like where you select two tanks and you can say, "Oh, I want fuel to come out of this tank and go into this tank."
Hmm.
So, and so Rivian is bringing his upgraded Big Boss
Oh
for the
God.
stream to check out, and then after that, then then we can do the Nebulon-B, because I was like, oh, we have 5 days like yesterday. I was like, that's plenty of time. And then now I'm looking
Nope.
and we're like, it's like, oh, we have 4 days. Makes me a little bit nervous. Now, okay, so I see this and I'm not sure if they did this on purpose, but they could have just, for the turret mounts or the weapon mounts, they could have just gone with weapon mount the type 1. Because if they only have one weapon on here, then they could just make it lower down.
Yeah. Maybe they wanted it to be offset.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be really a good way of doing it. I think they intend to have the resource bridge like that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's just not a lot the resource bridge can do. Doesn't have a lot of use beyond mining. I mean.
Hmm. Oh, do I hear ship approaching?
I don't think so.
Mm. But yeah, we'll wait for Rivian with the big boss. Then we'll check that out. And yeah, definitely Ventus. I would enjoy checking your ship out. And
Have you
then,
seen the mining freighter that I built?
yeah, you showed it to me the other day. Um, when like right before you left when we saved the Nebulon.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's been looking good. I really want to make a ship that isn't um, has a better interior design than what I've been doing. Like so over here, this ship. I don't actually know what it's called, so we're just gonna call it this ship while I look at it. Uh, and like this has a very nice interior design to it.
Yeah.
Very like textured. It's got the corner bits, vents giving out lighting, and the blue adds a nice touch. Hanar. Okay. So that's what that ship is called. The Hanar.
Hmm.
Or just Hanar. But yeah, so for the Nebulon-B, we'll finish up the plating. Then let's stick in, so we have, oh, there's Mr. Chip. But so let's put on some triangle thrusters and we'll have those as our maneuvering thrusters. And then here, we'll just point that out while Rivian is coming. I hope he'll poke us when he's here. Um,
I'll keep it on.
okay, thanks. Version 173, almost at 200, getting close.
God.
But so guys, what I was thinking for maneuvering thrusters is we either just put on like banks of maneuvering thrusters, just like here and at the corners, or we could also just put together like a small quad or like pack of triangle thrusters. That's not what I wanted. I wanted this. Here we are. So like take one of these, put one here, put one there, um, and that'll help it. That'll get our roll done. So right now, um, we can turn. So we can pitch, we can yaw, but we can't roll. So putting these here and here will allow us to roll. We'll probably want to put some maybe maneuvering thrusters to just like right here. Like maybe take out that plate or one of these. So the further forward, the better.
Yeah.
But the issue is we're a very stylized ship, so there's no good room. All right, combustible. Yeah, just let me know when. Ping me again when you get here. But so this will give us roll. So one of my questions though, do we want, and we should actually probably put like another set of triangle thrusters like right there, if we can fit them in like right in here. So do we want to have it so that we can turn left and right just using the thrusters? Like the triangle thrusters on the sides, not because right now when we turn it, it actually activates the forward thrusters, so we can't just turn on a dime.
Yeah, I don't think it's a big deal.
Yeah, so can't really take that out. If we take this out, what are we looking at? That's kind of rough. That's not wide enough. Honestly, let's see. So we could definitely take that out, but I also want to be putting the turret here. And so turrets, or well, thrusters don't give damage yet, right?
Correct.
But so as you guys see, this is just not thin enough there. What we can try to do is just put a bank of, there we go, a bank of maneuvering thrusters on. That would honestly be the most efficient thing, I think, at this point. Or yeah, maybe a single triangle. That's a good idea. Like if we... Nope. We've got to put it here. And then we'll take this out. We could fit a single triangle in there. Yeah.
You mean a pair of triangles?
No, just a single one, I think. If we rotate it like flat, now it will take up more space like side, like horizontally, but you know, like that.
Yeah. You can also just stuff them inside the ship.
Yeah. See, to me though, that feels very Space Engineers-esque.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Well, you see. But also we can just like, oh, what buttons did I press there? We can just like pull this out and then say, oh, we're gonna go over to hardpoints and we'll take device hardpoint.
Mute yourself.
And then we will just pop in, because luckily one of those plates is the perfect space for 4 of these, and then just put in like that. And then also to achieve, if we wanted to put it to be like right there, if we wanted to achieve another type of roll, what we could do is we could actually put the maneuvering thrusters facing out sideways along here. Because if we put them along here, then that gives us another roll. So the pitch is insane right now, but the roll is the issue. So putting those there, and then we could also put on either side down here.
Alright, I'm back.
Okay, cool. So like what I was saying is we have, so right there and then right over here, there's a group of 4. And then if you come over to like the front bottom, like on the right side where I am, like we can put some along the bottom here, because that would also give us roll. Yes, I shall bolt as you insist. There you are. These These device plates shall be bolted. And I will definitely thruster group those, because if we
Yeah.
don't thruster group them, then we are going to be very sad.
What's up, Rivian?
What's up?
Hey, man.
I was gonna say, hey there, sexy, but you you caught me off guard. How's it going?
Hanging out. Do you
All
want
right.
to also
Do you want
do
us
more-
to?
do more planning about the where we're gonna put the turrets and stuff?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'll
help you out.
Are you in our group?
I don't think so.
All right, then we'll save and then exit because you can't actually access the group interface.
Hmm.
But yeah, so I still haven't decided if on the top of the engine section, if we want to have 2 or 3 turrets. Because if we have 3, then we can have like a master turret in the middle, and
Yeah.
then the 2 outsides will work along with that. Or we can just have 2, and one of them is master. Or, just go crazy, go stupid.
I think having 3 turrets up there, 'cause that's a good
It's a round. Alright. Did you get the invite?
Mm-hmm. I'm just
right.
leaving my.
Oh, and there's combustible.
Here you go.
Alright.
Now see if you can see the big boss behind. Yeah, there it is.
Ah. Oh, so this is the upgraded one with the roll cage, right?
Yeah. It's got a few more things too.
Oh, Mr. Chip, are you in our or combustible? Yeah, you're in our group, so you can bring this into the thing and we can check it out. But I see you have Kingdom logos on the side.
Mm-hmm.
very patriotic.
Now,
Nah, I just
so
decorated the whole
I'm
thing.
not sure
Oh,
how
my
many
God,
of you guys
shit.
have seen the doors on these, but on
Oh,
this,
it's
but
not letting you do the thing. There you go.
the doors are very spicy.
You got
Yeah,
you got
turn on
hella
the light
tractor
for you.
beams.
Oh shoot! What? So, what are all the tractor beams for?
Those are placeholders for the big Hoover scoopers and the
Ah,
mining lasers.
yes. Okay.
Whenever the mining lasers are gonna go in candidate, that's when I'm gonna go nuts. with
And
these
I
things.
I gotta say, I love your bolting for those. Truly a masterpiece.
Hell yeah!
Oh my god.
You want to see this?
That
you
is
wanna
the
see one of the
sketchiest
most?
thing I've ever seen. in my
You want to
life.
see one of the most satisfying things ever?
Absolutely. Oh
There you go.
yes. Oh yes.
It's like the Death Star laser.
that is.
Oh wait a minute, the turrets don't line up. Give me a sec.
Oh.
There we go.
Jeez. That is something else.
So do you have a control interface to control when they like how far apart they are?
Oh yeah.
Or-
I commissioned Collective, like Solonares and Lima, a whole bunch of people, and them tech heads really outdid themselves, like making a equation or like a formula that really allows me to do this
Oh.
and aim up, aim down, and then I can also zoom in. I can
Nice.
also zoom out.
Yeah, I've been working on something
That is
kind of
awesome.
similar.
And then I can aim all the way to the right and all the way to the left, and then there's a reset button that I can press with 7, and then it goes whoop.
That's handy, yeah. So,
Yeah.
you have lights on here, and you also upgraded the big boss sign. I can see.
Mhm.
Ah,
It's also got its Alpha, Beta, Charlie sign on the top and bottom, like an A or a B or a C, which
yeah.
lets me see which one it is. Got the tool wall, the cockpit as well.
And you extremely cut down on the amount of generators and propellant tanks that you
Oh,
have.
that's the last time you saw it? That's been an upgrade for a while.
Yeah, I remember you guys talking
this is
about
Mark
it.
4.
So this is the tool wall. But yeah, I remember talking about that when we were returning from the mining trip, but I haven't seen the upgrades since then.
Yeah. So at first you had the Mark 1, then the Mark 2, the Mark 3. This is the 4 with all the turrets ready for the upgrade.
And you sure do have a lot of YOLOL on this.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. If you look at the cockpit, you'll see the quartermaster down in the bottom, and then all the avionics at the top. That's where most of the YOLO goes. So half of it is ISAN for the GPS, and then some of it is for the turrets, and then some of it for the generator, and half of it's for all the buttons. So if you look like around the fucking cockpit, you see all the fucking buttons.
Yeah,
and
it's
keybinds.
an
So I've got my
abundance of
keybinds
buttons.
from 1 to 0, right? 10 keybinds for everything. So all the functions, one by one, right? So I've got blinky lights on 1, right? Which let me signal to people which side they're looking at when they're in the belt. Like, oh, am I on your right side or your left side, right?
Yeah.
Then on 2, I've got my lasers, which will let me see ahead of time if there's a thing in front of me, so that'll make me blink. So like if there's an
I
asteroid
remember
in front of me,
working
it'll
on
blink.
that. Putting
And
out
on
all
3, I've got my doors. Open and
So
close.
that's
Both at
handy.
once. And then on 4, I've got my cabin light on the inside, so I can turn the light on and off. It's also the headlamps at the same time.
Yeah.
And on 5, I've got my turrets. And then on 6, I've got the static ones, which are, you know, aimed by the ship maneuver. Then 7 is the turret centering. That doesn't need to be on at all times. Then I've got a button for turning on my cells, my cooling cells. Then on 9, I've got a script that lets me hide my navigation. So if you're streaming or if you don't want your GPS to be revealed, then you can turn that off so that people can't snipe you.
Oh, that's handy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll ask you for that after the stream.
I got that from Delta
Okay.
Eon. And then
I'll
this I got
shoot him
from
a DM.
Stack. When I press 0, then this starts popping out, and then I start parking with whatever is in front of me.
Oh.
Oh, that's awesome. I really like that. It'd be really cool if you had one on the bottom too.
So you can just approach an asteroid real easy.
Yep, it does everything automatic for me. Like, this is as close to an autopilot that'll come.
That's reasonable.
Yeah, that is nice.
And if you see correctly, it goes right through the turret. Like, cheekily through the turret.
Goes locked.
Yeah. In a very, very sketchy way.
So that's what the turret zeroing is for.
Ah.
There
Yeah.
you go. I'm super close.
Yeah, combustible. I've seen the ISAN autopilot. Last I checked, it was still kind of wonky, but it works.
Yeah, there's.
So you have your strafing set up on your arrow keys?
No, I've got that C and Z for strafing left and right.
Okay.
I've got space and Alt for going up and down, and then I've got Q and E for rolling. Thing. That's it. Up, down, left, right, and forward and backwards is shift and control.
It's very impressive.
Yeah.
Fucking love this ship, man. It's kind of becoming the king of mining, and especially when the lasers come out, it'll be the first to reap the rewards. And then imagine having 3 of those, right?
I cannot
The
wait.
refit's only gonna take like 5 minutes, and then it's already on the move.
So what's your voxel volume on this guy? Is it just barely maximum?
Yeah. Try the pipes too.
Yeah. The piping, now that is horrendous.
What do you mean?
Like,
Oh, in general.
the pipe
No.
counts, like that's always a pain. And
Mhm.
yeah, he hasn't put the resource bridges on the back. So this is a question from the viewer. So why don't you have resource bridges on the back?
Because they don't have to be there. Like, imagine parking an asteroid that you can't even see. So, like, if you're gonna put an asteroid at your back end, you're just gonna open yourself.
Even on the sides, like
Yeah,
Just
but you're just gonna open yourself up for fucking collision that way. If you
yeah,
can't see where the asteroid is while you're parking, then there's no point. You're
yeah,
just gonna crash it accidentally.
that's true.
You want
I
your
guess
resource
especially
bridges as
with
close to where you can see where they need to be.
yeah, especially with your bridge, since it's all on the front, like
Mm-hmm.
it's
Well,
almost
this is
more
especially true
cockpit
for like
design.
a big fucking ship like this, right?
Mhm.
You want the ass end to be as far away from the asteroid as possible, and the front end to be as close as possible.
Yeah.
But you know, it varies. It individually varies per ship.
So when you guys commission stuff from the collective, you just do that through their Discord.
Yeah, no, I just went to Solonorus and I was like, "Hey, I've got this idea. Would you guys like to try?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, sure." They used me as a guinea pig for like what they might make money with in early access or early access I think. So they'll probably have their R&D team like commission or do commissions for people that want scripts, and then they're like, "Okay, what do you want?" And then they'll make it right
Right.
for money or for whatever they want. And I was the test beds. I didn't have to give anything to them. Now I just have this ship, and this ship does everything I need it to.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
All right. Do you guys want to go do turret placement?
Sure.
All right. Over to the rightmost design spot. Oh yeah, combustible. Where's your?
This ship
Oh,
is
there it
pretty
is.
cool. I've seen it once.
This is Dagger in here. I
Hey.
can help speak for combustible.
Okay.
Oh.
So you're the original designer of this ship, right, Dagger?
So this kind of feels almost crustacean-like or gunship-like.
I've just gotten yeeted away by the big
Oh, no.
boss.
Ah.
Back.
Yeah, just teleport back
Oh.
to the ship.
Oh,
So it
not the
feels
space pipe.
kind of like a gunship or helicopter and a crustacean all mixed into one.
So
very
this is
pretty.
actually one that we're working on as a mid-sized fighter.
Hmm.
So it doubles down on using sort of like the tail frame design so that it can have as much rotation torque as you need.
Uh-huh.
A lot of this ship is not kind of forward designed for whenever we get mouse controls. So for now, when it's being used, people are turning down its sensitivity a lot, just so it's
Yeah.
easier to control with the keyboard.
So is there a generator on board? I can't see one
There is,
from
yeah.
outside,
So this is one fusion, 3 generators.
all
Here
right.
at combustible, if you stop spinning, we can do
That is a very nimble craft.
Yeah, and it's got extra hard points on it.
Yep, it is meant to be able to hit pretty close to speed cap. I think it's like at 130.
Okay, that's nice. Yeah. So there's your generator and radiators. I'm assuming, because I see
Yeah,
there's no
so
use on these.
it's got two cooling solutions. By default, it just uses the external radiators, but
Hmm.
it does have internal cooling cells that you can switch to if the radiators get destroyed.
So how close to build limits are you with this ship? Anything, or because it looks like
Not
there's a
at all.
lot of piping in
Not
there.
at all, yeah.
Yeah, it's very compact.
Yeah.
This is kind of meant to be like a haiku of a ship design. It does fit ISAN and ISAN mono.
Yeah,
but
I saw
all of
the
ISAN
right tucked
modules-
under the tail. Or yeah, right by the staircase.
But a lot of it's in YOLO features. If you hop into the cockpit, either one of them.
Hmm. Yeah, I see.
That's beautiful.
I'm in combustible, and it's got like a ton of memory chips, so that just screams ISAN systems.
A lot of that's just its own internal management. Like I like working on the details of it. So your main weapons, your fire group 1, have gimbal on the arms based off of the rangefinder for accuracy. On your right, you've got your thruster readouts, so you can see if anything's been damaged. And that reset button is for if you get a cockpit hit that knocks out any controls, that'll zero out your control.
Okay, that's handy.
On your main display, you've got a combat button that slams your generator to full power and takes off your weapon safety.
Mm-hmm.
That range
You've also
finder
got
is very, very nice.
Yeah, so that automatically, okay, yeah, that automatically does convergence of the weapons.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Aim is a toggle that just helps you switch between like fine-tuning mode versus really spinning it if you need to 180.
Mm-hmm.
And landing mode is just so that you don't slingshot yourself out of the station while you're trying to park it. Then on the left,
Fuck,
you've
it's
got...
typing Batman. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Then on the left, you've got your hatch safety and weapon safety and coolant swap.
Okay.
So if you actually start moving it forwards, it'll close the propellant hatches and the hatches for you.
Oh, that's a nice feature.
This is a very, very cramped cockpit. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Love Lifeline.
Yeah, the idea was definitely to see how much we could cram into a tight frame. And it's doing this with 4 layers of armor on the front profile, so it can take multiple hits to the cockpit and still be fully functional.
That's very nice.
Jesus.
Crusader, that is not. No, that's Dagger. So is the general armor thickness at least 2 plates, it looks like?
Yeah, it's at least 2 plates all around, and then 4 in the front, especially like here. This is all actually like 3 to 4 thick. You can kind of see the thickness over the side of the thruster.
Yeah. Oh.
This is very beautiful.
Yeah, that's very,
How's it going?
very thick.
What are the heart points on the bottom for?
Extra. So we're trying to have this as like a pretty like
Thank you for
all-around
the
fighter.
gifted sub.
So other than the main hard points, we've got the 2 sides, which you can just put any weapon group on, and then an underslung forward mount for a 3rd weapon group. And the middle one here is if we get refueling ports. And then these on the side of the ears are for if missiles are added.
So the frame here looks pretty intense. Just like...
I actually have 2 Hellfire pods, by the way.
Oh, really?
I think so.
So what happens if... I'm guessing if you get the tail shot off, it still functions correctly?
Actually, if the tail gets completely cut off, it's not going to handle as well.
Okay.
But you still do have backup maneuvering thrusters on the side. And right now we leave these little vertical maneuvering thrusters on the top of the ship are disabled by default because they confuse the MFC when you turn them on, and it won't use the tail as effectively. But if the tail gets shot off and you really want some maneuverability back, and you can afford to like dip out of combat and then re-enable these, it'll put the ship functional again.
Oh my god, what is that?
So,
You see me? Yeah, check this out. Now he's got a railgun.
Oh, there's the button.
Pew.
So yeah, this cockpit is jam-packed with controls, though.
Heavy fighter, huh? Yeah.
That's the best turret.
Yeah. Sim, do you see me on top?
What? Oh
Check
god.
it out. Check me out on top.
Is that?
Living railgun.
Endo-mounted railgun. Jeez.
Oh shit! Hold on.
That's like when somebody has a large propellant tank
There
on
you
their
go.
backpack. It's like when you are trying to, sorry, back in World War II when they disguised like an inflatable army. You just use
Yeah.
endos to act as railguns.
Still love that they didn't take this out.
Combustible. Then I'll I'll keep that in mind for crewing the Nebulon-B for the combat.
Yeah, this is a beautiful fighter. I hope it gets painted soon.
Yes, this is truly.
I cannot wait for painting, and thank you. Yeah, hopefully this'll be in a
Oh,
Quasar
Jesus.
Systems ship shop soon.
Cool.
I got pulled over.
So 130 meters a second, you said?
According to ISAN mono, but we won't know
Okay.
for sure until we can do more accurate tests.
Yeah.
Everyone got pulled over.
Mr. Chip and
So
I are
how
just
much-
over here like, well,
How much does this ship cost out of the Starship Creator?
This variant of it is about 5.5 million, but that's all weapons. If you take the chain guns off with just the lasers, it's about 2.5, and if you take all the weapons off, I think it's 1.8 about.
yeah, that's still pretty
It's very
affordable.
reasonable. Yeah.
You could totally see a small fleet of those moving around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're kind of at the point where we've got it out in the hands of a couple of pilots that are doing combat tests with it. They're giving us feedback on it. So far, results have been good.
Yeah.
It can definitely take more punishment than it looks like because of all the armor on the front. It's
Yeah,
able
dude.
to lose a couple engines and a propellant tank and still be fully functional.
Nice. And I just muted myself real quick, but yes, Crusader, I definitely did work on my subscription for Twitch because I figured, yeah, I need to actually do that. So that is all there now.
I really need to go mining, by the way.
Whew. Well,
Are you down below 90 million credits?
Oh, dude, I've never been above. I've got like 4.5 left. If any of you want to spend some money on me, then we can trade now.
it's like
Who wants to test their trading on me?
with several million credits.
Oh, but hell, dude, if you invest into Big Boss will take you on a ride.
This is true. You know, I had a very fun experience yesterday with trading. I had technical SOS rescue the other day. Very good to use the trading system.
Just makes it so much easier to pay people.
Oh yeah. Alright, I'm gonna hop back into the Nebulon-B because we need to nail down this fighter stuff. Just because,
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck. 4 days is coming fast.
yeah. So, really
Oh,
what's
you're not
left?
gonna make that.
Oh,
Holy
we are.
shit.
Oh, don't worry. So, all we gotta do is beam structure, interior plating, and then throwing on the weapons.
Right. I'll see what I can do to help you.
Yeah, if you want to pop in now. So today I sadly have to be on a tight schedule, so on the hour I'll have to cut it off there. But so yeah, I loaded into the group editor. I wish there was a
I'm coming
way
in.
to like say if there was a way to manage who's in here. Just so I knew and I could say like, hey, can you do this? Hey, can you do that? But all right, so Dan, do you want to finish up that plating on the back real quick, or?
Yep.
All right. Let's just see. I think after that, really just what we need to. I'll start
Oh,
putting
okay.
on some interior plating, but
I
so.
mean, no.
Unless, actually, do we want to do turrets real quick? Just so we can work around them with beam structure.
Sure.
Alright, so we want 3 turrets up here. So, let's say So we're on the back engine segment on top of it. So turret like here, that's a good spot for central. And then we want to work out what, like 2 segments away. So like 1, 2, and then what do you guys think of that placement? That seems
Yeah.
Oh,
relative.
fuck. What are you gonna stuff in all this space?
Oh, up there. So for the gunship version, I think it's actually going to be empty. But all the other ones, like we could put a hangar in there. We can put tons of extra supplies. And the moon version of this will have more fuel rods than I can count, which is I can count that many. I'm just trying to exaggerate, but
Right, so what kind of weapons do you need?
all right. So the turrets, we're gonna have a majority are going to be plasma and laser, and then we want to have a railgun turret though. The railgun turret, I would say we should put on the top of the front section. So like where this like right about there where that device point is, that would be a good spot for a railgun turret. It's got a lot of field of fire. Then back here, what we could do is we could have like the center one be lasers and then the outer 2 be plasma.
Right.
As for the other ones, just haven't really decided for the general mix yet.
Right. So you said something about interior plating, right?
Yeah, so like if you look at the front portion, like if you come onto the inside of that big open space, so you see all the gaps in the front. So basically for interior plating, what we're going to do is, let me grab one of the actual plates. So,
Hey, so just take about everything and just move it to the left side, right? I'm gonna give you a little golden nugget. I'm gonna give you some help here.
You don't understand how laggy that's gonna be.
Yep.
What do you mean by everything
Actually,
to the side?
Probably only this needs to be to the side.
Oh yeah, you can just delete that if you want.
Oh, okay. Right. Toolkit 1, toolkit 3. Get this 2. Let's see here. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, basically for how many weapons this is gonna have, it is gonna be a yes, because we're gonna have 30 weapons on here, so we'll be maxing out the weaponry limit. I'll just slap on the oh, that went
Hey,
yellow.
there it is.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
There you go. That's my little this is my little welcoming gift.
That is crazy.
There you go. That is going to help you so much with building other ships. It's got all the decoration too in the middle.
And it's got slopes and corners.
It does take a pretty big chunk out of your voxel count or voxel volume, so
yeah, we're
just like
near
select
max
all
now.
sorts of parts and make little safe selections out of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. Somebody said it just needs now the like little colored bits from the other ships.
Gift from our god Rivian. You have fun with that. You got your beams, you got your decorations, your railings. Now,
Yeah.
Okay, rule of thumb, as soon as somebody drags one of these parts out, it's no longer a toolkit. So just like everything you select on that thing, shift drag it away to make a copy from it.
Alrighty. Hey Perry, how's it going?
Before somebody like ruins it.
Yeah. But so, let me just finish.
Yeah, you'll be sweet with that.
I don't know why, but all of a sudden all the plates on the side just went yellow, left up, lit up
Yeah,
yellow.
me too. I was wondering what that was.
That's odd.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's,
it's probably
lighting.
because voxel volume is like, hey, you're running out of this.
Oh yeah.
That would be a pretty handy. So do you want to put those turret bases down? I don't even. Is it in devices? Weapons. Here we are.
Oh, you can use the search bar now. It works finally.
Oh, yeah. I haven't been using that forever. So,
So, do you want a turntable?
yeah.
I assume.
Here, we'll just start with these.
A cradle advanced.
Yeah. Let's see. Actually, we'll use an advanced in the center, and then we'll have two just regular turntables on the sides. Not even sure if that's on properly. There we go.
You got some turret armor. Do any of you guys know how to use the turret side armor whatsoever?
No. Oh wait, the side armor. Yeah, actually I do. So you flip it up like that, and it goes. So you can't actually wait. Oh, it's for this one. So like you put the sides on the weapons on there, and then you put it like that over it on the advanced cradle.
Body, weapon emitter. Which one? Which weapon did you?
So you put it on the advanced cradle. You see like how I have it on the side there. I'm pretty sure when I did the testing, that's how it looks.
Right. Okay.
All right.
Weapon mount.
Let's see.
Do I need to
Plasma.
use? Probably the B.
Oh yeah, that's always really funny to me. Like, yet we like spawn in and we're not floating boxes, but for the time being, because in the group editor we're all floating boxes, just living our best lives.
Oh, there it goes. Oh no.
Oh, it snapped, but not properly.
What do these even fit on?
Okay, the back's pretty much done.
Okay, cool. So now all we'll need to do is interior plating and the beams. Actually,
yeah, just the beams.
Yeah,
throw some beams in there.
Now I will say, the beams will only be in the front area, which I'm happy about, because the back, like we'll just slap an auto bolt on that. But that's pretty much all done. And plasma ammo does not regenerate, so we will actually have to replace those. What did... it selected that plate. Let's go from this angle then. I'm gonna have to flip it around.
There you go. That's a turret.
Alright. Cool. And then, actually, so that'll only have... every turret should only have 2 weapons on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright.
Because otherwise we're gonna go over the weapon limit with how many turrets I'm gonna have on here.
What kind of weapon do you want on the advanced one, though? Railgun?
The advanced right there, that should have laser. The railgun is gonna go... Here, let me get the spot open for it.
Rail cannon, I suppose.
How are you gonna put a seat on this?
You put it like... Oh. So... yeah. Normally, I don't have those in the center, because that is where the seat goes. You just use... So these are weapons...
Hold on. If you put those back, you can actually put a beam on the rear.
Well, so these are weapon mount 2s. If you just turn those to weapon mount 1s, then you can put a seat in the center and just have those on the outside.
Yeah. I was messing around the other day with advanced turret.
Oh yeah, that is true. Or you can hang a seat off the side. Now, what we might do I could just make these other turrets advanced as well, because if you're aiming up at a certain angle or to the side, well, that's guaranteed, but it may hit.
Doesn't snap.
Alright, and then it's like that's a 192. We'll just
Plasma, you said, right? Or laser?
laser. I'm not sure if you can bolt a seat to the top of those guns and have it still function, but
You can.
okay, you can.
Well, you'll have to control it manually.
Yeah,
You
it
won't
would be
use keybinds
janky.
that way.
I mean, I just set up. I had one set up almost identical to this, and I just ran it off the arrow keys.
Right. Well, if it works.
Yeah.
I mean, it's whatever. I'd just say it's possible.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, the railgun turret's gonna go right here, so it's gonna be like the star of the show, pretty much.
And the priority target.
Oh yeah.
There you go. One cannon.
All right.
Done dealio.
So then,
Did you especially want a seat in the middle?
honestly, wherever it works best.
Alright, I'll leave it to the guy that said he got it to work then.
So, yeah, Dan, if you wanna.
Sure.
Yeah, the railgun turrets are gonna be rough, but since railguns are in fact heavy, so, but railgun will be advanced as well. I'm just gonna, once you deselect that, I'll snatch it real quick. Or I'll just,
Oh, who put these plasma turret bodies upside down?
because the whatchamacallits have to be, so only half of the, they should be properly connected because, actually, wait, hold on a sec.
Yeah, no, they need to
Yeah.
be turned upside down. Can you
Here.
deselect that one?
Imagine making a tutorial video on how to put together turrets, but then forgetting how to make a turret.
There you go. Just delete all that, all copy and paste.
Yeah, I just flip it over.
There you go. Oh,
But does that?
well. There you go, that works too.
All right. And then we'll have railguns up here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll go and put in the. That seems like as good a spot as any. So we'll have these side ones be lasers though. So these two will be lasers here, and then on the side over here, what I'm gonna have with these is one will be laser, the other will be plasma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. There will be plenty of DACA on this ship. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't know. Have you guys heard anything about projectiles colliding with each other and having any effects?
If they do, you shouldn't be in too much trouble.
Yeah. That should be in the right spot, yeah.
So we'll just have to go through all the control sequences on these turrets.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be having to change like almost every single one.
We'll have to change almost every. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just gonna make this turret up here a group, and then we can just copy and paste it at our leisure.
Okay.
Hopefully that doesn't. Yeah. Okay, very good.
Now,
Ooh, actually, hold on. Let's put some levers on first.
yes, that's actually a good idea.
We want non-centering levers, right?
That is correct, yeah.
Okay. Snapping. I swear to God. It's gonna be the death of me.
You
My
love to
God,
see
that's
it.
a big gun.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, Perry said they take forever to turn. So,
Yep. Well, they're supposed to be battleship guns.
yeah.
So does make sense.
Well, I mean, you could classify this as a
At this point,
battleship. Let's see. Lasers are going on this.
give me 1 second before you copy this turret.
Oh, I'm just copying the guns.
Okay.
Or do you think so much so that the railguns are actually going to be a problem in terms of turning? Or is it just, you know, because they're turning that it's going to be an issue? Also, congratulations, we have already almost doubled the the cost of the ship.
Oh my God.
Who knew that if you start filling up an empty ship, it becomes more expensive?
Yeah, with like actual things other than like Yolol and the occasional.
Right. So somebody in your chat is saying that if you put an advanced turret that's gonna be loaded with 2 railguns and everything, then if you turn the ship around, it's gonna sway around a whole bunch, like a pendulum. So I'm thinking I'll probably remove one of these and put the seat on the side.
All right.
This turret back here is done, by the way. If you guys want to just copy
Okay.
paste it.
The laser turret.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely just gonna take that and copy and paste it. It's an engineer's dream. Especially software engineers.
Software engineers know first.
Stack Overflow 24/7. Why are you guys just going orcish now? We never mentioned anything about Warhammer 40k. Like,
Well, this does have the DACA. Can you not see the module tag? Yeah, because all that stuff is in the module.
Yeah, I definitely could. I was just ignoring it
Okay.
because I wanted to
Alright.
select it, you know, just
Yeah, that's fair.
I wanted to get that organic experience. I see.
We're gonna have to be careful about friendly fire on this ship.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Having all the turrets at the back is probably an issue.
Well, not to mention having turrets on like the neck of the ship.
Oh yeah. Well, the neck will be fine because it's kind of recessed.
How the fuck do you even use sight armor, man? I don't understand.
Auto bolt is gonna not have a fun time with this. So
It may not fit on the rail cannon.
Right. I just don't know, man.
we could just, as they say, ghetto bolt or cursed bolt, and
Ghetto bolt.
I think Ghetto Bolt has more of an endearing quality to it.
yeah. The chat is asking for bolts. Are you at a point? Actually, I'm gonna
Don't
save.
forget the bolt.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
save
save, and then we'll bolt. Not the Mark 1. The Mark 1's last save was like 40 days ago. Oh boy. And then we'll hit the... Don't worry, guys. We'll hit the all magical button.
Oh, magical button. Oh no. You're gonna be sorely disappointed. I can
Oh
tell you that
yeah,
much.
100%.
We are familiar with the taste of disappointment.
Well, I mean, I put some weapons together for you, but I think I'm gonna go mining. If any of you want to come along, then
Alright.
I will be as lonely.
I've got to split at 5, so...
Well, I do
Local
hope
time.
you like that tool belt on the side.
It's very impressive.
Yeah.
It's not even complete, but it'll do the job for most of your building.
Oh yeah.
Also,
And
auto bolt is still going.
oh
My
jeez.
god.
Oh, it just finished. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
make sure
it
that
bolted
you,
everything on the toolkit.
Make sure that you select that whole wall and then save it as tool belt, and then you can save selections of it if you run out of voxel volume.
Yeah.
I think only the host of the group session can save things. So.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
There, fellows, behold your auto bolt. Look at what you made it do. You made our warp class go down 0.01. Thanks, guys.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
0.01. That's so close to the bottom. That's great.
I know, like,
It's the closest to 0 you can have it.
Well, we're at 0.02. We were at 0.03, but they made us go
that's terrible.
Yeah.
Your ship's gonna fall apart. You need to be
I know.
0.
Like,
Come
you
on.
haven't seen us take this off with everything, like, just shattering off of it as we fly forward. It's kind of a glorious sight. Because barely anything is plate. Like, barely any of the plates on the front are actually held on. It's kind of like a rocket fairing. Alright, I'm now regretting the decision to use the long, like, 432 by 144.
I'm still pretty impressed with how you got that bulbous front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how he did it.
Sweat.
Yeah, a lot of suffering.
Yeah, I like it. All right.
Thank you.
Alright, I'll be off.
Alright, see you, man. Thanks for tuning in.
Yep. Let me know when you guys want to mine next, and by then I'll probably have all 3 big bosses of the fleet ready.
Okay,
The
cool.
fleet.
I went on a fleet raid because Proya got updated,
Mm-hmm.
right? We got Proya, and we all got lots to build and stuff. So everyone needs fucking Velkite and Bastium
Yeah.
and Vlinidum and Ilmatrium and stuff like that. So everyone's like, oh, we need Velkite. So I'm like, oh, let's take all 3 big bosses into the field and start whacking away. We filled all 1,200 crates up with like Valkite and all this other shit that we sold for money. And everyone got like 150 stacks each.
That's insane.
It was amazing. It was so magical. The whole operation itself was also super fucking cool because you'll be mining and then you'll go back to your ship, right? And in the distance you see another fucking ship, and then behind it you see another fucking ship, and you're like, holy crap, we're in a big operation.
I think that's a lot of shit.
Yeah, dude, fucking 3 times as much. I loved it. Loved every second of it. Can't wait for you to see the light and have like 3 of these rolling up into combat, and you're like, yo.
That is gonna be a glorious time.
Yeah, like seeing one of your ships, that's alright. But seeing 3 of your ships out there crewed by other people, that's the fucking cum zone right there.
Like, oh baby. But I'm definitely gonna be streaming when we actually like take this out for the first time, and I will definitely ping you guys because it's like when you have a destroyer and you break the champagne bottle over the bow. We should
the christening.
Yeah, we should make like a metaphorical champagne bottle. like a little
that's a good idea.
a little tiny thing made out of plates that is the champagne bottle, and we can just have a ceremony. Yeah, we could we could break a Vespa over the bow. My eyes kind of just went wide with that little champagne bottle idea. I'm not gonna lie, that kind of...
It is a good idea.
Because we can make just like a tiny little one out of plates. Oh no, what's happened? Wait, do we want to have one there?
This turret has I think so.
Okay.
So, because...
Actually, wait, yeah, that is a good spot.
Because if you like sit in the gunner seat, like as long as you're not looking straight forward, you have like a 290-degree view of fire.
Yeah.
So you just need like a person with more than 5 brain cells to sit in that seat.
See, the thing is, like, I've been trying to get here. I need to, after the stream is done, I am 100% putting out another ad. And if any of you guys in chat have Starbase and want to crew this ship, let me know, because we need crew.
Yeah, honestly.
We have like a quarter of our crew requirements. So, yeah.
We're at 21.
Oh.
Well, actually, we're going to be at 19. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good, Ventus. We need all the help we can get. Alright, there we go. That's all the turret hard points in, at least. Actually, wait, hold on. Alright, so we're at we have too few weapons. We need more weapons.
Okay, let's put some plasma cannons on those hard points that you just set up.
Okay, yeah, those 2 ones will be plasma.
Alright, good luck.
Alright, thanks, man. Have a good time mining.
So
the event is July 10th, so 4 days from now. And there will be 2 times. I will most likely be doing the Eastern Standard, like, best time for that. But if it turns out that both times work great, I may actually do both. That would be a radical idea, but again, I need crew for that. So do we want to have just the plasma? Oh, that's a good way to cut down on crew, since those are so close to each other.
yeah.
Then we could just have those plasma turrets uncrewed, and have them linked to those laser turrets right there. Oh, did you put a hard point underneath the bottom?
No.
Okay.
I was just putting it there as a placeholder.
Fair enough. I'll put the 2 railguns in. Ah, that's a shame.
So
I will be streaming this though, so if any of you guys miss it.
I think you're gonna need more generators.
I can install, yeah.
I think you're gonna need many more generators.
I can put more batteries on here, and I can add more of the generator units, because right now we only have 2 generator units per fuel rod.
Yeah, I think it's gonna have to be 3.
Okay. Yeah, batteries as armor. That's a great idea. Let's see. I'm gonna need a... Where is it? I think it's... Yeah, it's this one. Alright. Actually, I'm gonna put the mount right under here. Hard points. So I realize now that we can only have the one, since we only have the one railgun on the top, that means we have space for an extra weapon. This might be an issue. Here, let's just get it in somewhere. There we go.
Can't even there.
It's like just roughly too high. Yeah, unless we'd have to put a hole in the ceiling of the combat of the engineering center. Here, what we'll do, because we don't want to have it sticking out like that. We want to have it be safe.
I think it looks kind of cool.
Okay, what do you guys think? Leave it sticking out like that, or actually like have it inside the ship? So like where the barrel is either at this distance or it's further in. What do you guys think? Inside? Oh. It's 2v2. Jeez. That's 3-2. It's going inside. That's a bold move, Crusader. The inside gang has won the day.
Oh, thank you.
Unless it decides to not have fun. So what's hitting back here? I know. We need to take this out, because what was happening is, so this little thing right there, that was hitting, I think. I'm not actually sure. Some call me an expert. I call myself, I've messed around. Hey, cut it out. Sorry, my cat. There we go. Okay. Let's see if we can scoot it forward a little bit more. What did I just say? Cut it out. All right, there we go. Such wonky. You know, guys, on the official version, this will not be here. So just keep that in mind.
We're building the ghetto version that runs.
Yeah, this is the ghetto version that runs in time for July 10th and has more weapons than, like, Yeah. Alright, so we can fit 5 more weapons on this. I say we put either dual turrets on the top or bottom of the midsection. Or the top. So one on top, one on bottom, or one on left, one on right.
I think.
Yeah, because.
Hmm.
5 more railguns for the pilot man. What we could do is we could put a railgun here, and
I think it definitely needs more DACA.
it does. We could put easily 2 more railguns for pilot fella. Let's do that.
You think?
Yeah, because we can stick them on either side, so we have that plate there.
But what are we gonna do with the 1 weapon spot that's left over?
Well, we'll have 2. So if we add these 2 on, then we have 3 weapon slots left. So we can do a... That's a good point. We can do a dual turret somewhere, and then...
We can make this one on top a dual rail cannon.
I heard that that makes it insanely unstable when it fires.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I could, but we also need to lead shots, Perry, I think, at least.
I have a feeling that this engagement is gonna be very close quarters.
Yeah.
Geek and Sundry has 0 Twitch viewers.
Oh,
That's the big sad.
that is big sad. So there we go, there's 2. So that's all 3 railgun turrets that will be there. I think we definitely want to add on... We could add on another laser turret. We could add on just auto cannon if we wanted.
Sure. Yeah, we have enough. We have 2 more. We can build 2 more turrets.
Do we want to put 2 auto cannons on top and bottom of the midsection?
Sure.
Or, well, here, let me see. If it's an advanced turret... Ooh, that's actually... I don't know. Should we ask chat again for advice?
Sure.
So, chat, what do you guys think? Should we have the turrets? So we're going to have 2 turrets of these that are autocannon. Should we have them on the sides, so left and right? Or should we have them on the top and bottom? What do you guys think? What would be more effective? Because, just in general. I think... Sides? Okay. The votes are in, it's sides.
Very well.
Well, I mean... Oh, somebody said that we could use the unused sides of the back end, like the corner bits.
Yeah.
But...
I mean, we can, if you want.
Actually, you know... See, my only concern with that is if there's an explosion back there, that takes out a lot. So let's just put, let's have them on the sides. What seems like a good point? Right there?
You wanted these to be autocannons, right?
Yeah. Let me slap on the bases. Is that... Oh, of course it's not gonna... Oh, man. Of course we're not gonna get good snapping. Let's see. That's... If something doesn't snap, guys, that's what you want to do. You want to pull a plate, like, right up next to it, and then it'll make it all work nice. because sometimes it just, like, you want it to align perfectly, so these two beams, I want it to align perfectly with them, but it just refuses, so you just pull that right there. Works like magic. Oh yeah, and we are definitely going to be limiting these angles, but sadly I do not have enough time for that today at least. So, wow, that's kind of embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie. I just pulled out the moose like all the way across my screen.
Oof. It's okay, it happens to the best of us.
Yeah, like, oop. Yeah, 3 minute speed run to finish the entire ship. Dear Lord, baby Jesus. Oh. If we had to call the ship finished in that time, well, it wouldn't be finished, but
yeah.
I think it would actually be able to survive a bit because most of the core plating is in. Like, as in it's bolted. Because, I mean, think about it. Like, up here, we don't really need this plating. Now, what we'll say is for everybody to shoot up here, because this is where all of our valuable stuff is, but in reality...
Okay, auto turret's done.
Alright, yeah. Now, okay, so guys, if we're thinking this is especially, like, painful right here, what we could do, so we can take this that railgun out there, and we could instead put like this, you know, somewhere in the center right here. So just, of course, oh, so like put another railgun turret right there. I think that would be another good spot.
All right, that's the official weapon cap.
All right.
Do you want to get rid of this toolkit?
Yeah, I'm not sure we'll actually be using that. I'm gonna save this as Nebulon toolkit. Yeah, yes. That's a shame. There we go. Alright, and then we'll save. I'll let you know when it's done, and then you can delete it.
It's a lot of guns.
It is a lot of guns. So, now what I was thinking. So, we have the... Alright, now you can delete it. We have the one railgun turret on the top. What we could do is we could put... are you over here with me? Oh, yeah.
I'm about to be.
Alright.
Okay.
So, you see this other spot right here?
Yeah.
So, we could take out the center railgun from where the pilot is, and we could put another railgun turret right there. And it's just at the height where it would actually go over. Like, if you were firing straight forward, the rail cannon would go over.
Yeah.
So...
But if you're angling down, then there's a risk that you'll hit your own ship.
Yeah, which that... I mean, that's going to be the issue with, like, everything. So... Like, with all of these guns, because I'm not sure... Well, we'll take the time, and we can put all of the, like, very specific angles that these are allowed to fire in. And we could put a, like right here, a decorative radiator. Yeah, the pilot gun, especially with these rail guns, is nice because, just, yeah, in general, it's nice to have forward-facing weapons.
Right.
All right. Well, either way, we have filled up the weapon cap, so we can decide what to do with this another time. because I am out of time for today. So,
All right.
yeah. So, thank you all for joining in and watching today. If you missed any part of this, especially a lot of the ship tours, that will be on YouTube when I upload all of this. So, thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.